I am sitting here on the shore, on the Lankan side of the ocean. My feet rest on the sand. The ground feels steady beneath me. My body faces the water. My spine is upright without force. The ocean moves, the body breathes. Awareness is present, quiet, steady, awake at the crown of the head. I sit long enough for the sound of the waves to feel familiar, for the body to stop adjusting. As the body becomes still, the movement inside can be felt. Memories, thoughts, traces of the journey. I have traveled far to be here, across lands, across waters, across time. The ocean in front of me is not a road connecting places directly. It is a vast witness to human movement. For centuries, people have traveled. Sailors, traders, invaders, seekers. By rivers, by land routes, by sea, changing paths, adopting ways. The ocean has washed all of it. Long before it was named, long before it was divided, long before stories choose sides, the ocean itself did not change. It rose, it fell, it shaped the shore. It never rushed, it never hesitated, it never crossed its limits. Sitting here, this order becomes clear. Elements do not struggle with their roles. Water flows where it can. Earth holds where it must. Fire transforms, air moves, space allows. each act, each witness. Humans are different. Humans can pause. Humans can remember. Humans can choose whether to act with awareness or against it. That ability feels like freedom. It also feels like responsibility. Here on this shore, this understanding does not come as something heard before. It arrives through posture, through breathe, through stillness that prepares movement. I'm not trying to become calm. I'm not trying to leave the world behind. I'm sitting at the point where awareness prepares action. Far from here lies the place where I was born, near an ancient river town once known as Alankapuri. That place became known not because it held power or wealth, but because the world at one time did not know how to balance them. When strength grew without restraint, when prosperity lost its direction, answers were needed. Alankapuri became one such place where answers were clarified, not as belief, but as workable human solutions. They were shaped through sages, through observations and restraint, through long seeing. Those answers could not remain contained. When imbalance appears, clarity must move or it is lost. The river Indrayani flows there. She was once revered as mother, moving, nurturing, alive. This river does not reach this ocean. These waters do not meet. And yet, what was clarified there traveled further than rivers ever could. It moved across land, through forests and plains, over mountains and coastlines. History often remembers answers as names, but before names, there were choices. There was a time when value was measured openly in gold, in land, in conquest. Power was visible. Success was tangible. Lankapuri came to be remembered as Golden Lanka, not only because it was literally made of gold, but because everything was counted in wealth. Yet, even within that order, something began to strain. Here, this strain was not left as theory, it was lived. Across the water, it remembered history. Ram lived those answers, not as belief, but as sustained human effort. Through restraint, discipline, and responsibility, warfare was consciously redirected toward welfare, not by rejecting strength, but by governing it. This effort was not brief, it was lived consistently long enough that conduct outlasted the crown and responsibility outlasted power. I do not recall this to glorify the past. I recall it because it shows what becomes possible when awareness guides power. Sitting here today, I do not assume history continues on its own. My attention returns to the river of my birth. In many places now, the Indrayani stands slowed, burdened. Not because water forgot its nature, but because humans forgot their responsibility. Here in Lanka, the water bodies I see are moving, cleared, cared for, alive. Not because history guarantees it, but because better choices were made and continued. This makes one thing clear. Evolution is not inherited, it is practiced. No land stays evolved because of memory alone. No culture survives on past wisdom alone. Only those who choose restraint again and again remain aligned with life. Water does not change. The human relationship with water does. Life moves forward on its own. Welfare does not. Welfare asks for conscious participation now, not once. Like water, flow must be maintained. Like humans, direction must be chosen. The waves rise, the waves fall. The ocean remains within its nature. I sit so that when I rise, my movement carries awareness. Not perfection, not certainty, only responsibility. From impulse to discernment, from fascination to care, from survival to shared well-being. Awareness rests at the crown, action waits in the body. Between them, a choice is always present. I remain here, still, attentive, participating, because evolution is not promised, it is practiced. Moment by moment, choice by choice. As each of us walks our own way, not bound by name or fame, but guided by answers that history has already offered to those willing to live them.